Our student leaders challenge you to make the commitment now to engage in community service. Perhaps you will volunteer at People in Need here in Delaware, or join the Columbus Initiative and travel with students each week to mentor children in an inner-city school. Perhaps you will participate in a spring break mission trip, or join the OWU Haiti Initiative. Perhaps you will receive a Theory to Practice grant to spend a summer working with children in Calcutta. Regardless of the venue, the experience of service will enrich the journey of self-discovery and challenge you to reflect on the values that will give shape and meaning to your life and the impact that your life will have on the larger world. Community, diversity, scholarship, service. These virtues reflect the character of OWU. They are the values that shape who we are and the work we undertake. Today, as you join us, they are the values by which you will be formed and through which your education here will be shaped. To the parents, grandparents, other family members, and friends of the class of 2014, I offer my congratulations. This is a day that you have anticipated, for which you have prepared, and perhaps which you have dreaded for nearly 2 decades. Today, we share your pride and joy. We recognize the devotion that brings you to this moment, and we honor the trust that you place in these students and in this university on this special day. When you walk the paths of this campus, you encounter buildings and places that bear names, many of which you may not recognize. One of the names you may recognize is that of Branch Rickey, whose name adorns our athletic arena. In 1904, Branch Rickey was a student coach of the OWU baseball team when it traveled to South Bend, Indiana to play Notre Dame. When the team arrived in South Bend at the hotel where it would spend the night prior to playing the game, the hotel clerk surveyed the team and said that one of the players, Charles Thomas, would not be able to stay in the hotel because of the color of his skin. Charles Thomas was humiliated, and Branch Rickey was enraged. Rickey told the clerk that if Thomas, who was African American, did not stay in the hotel, the team would return to Delaware without playing the game. After some time, the clerk relented on the condition that Thomas stay in Branch Rickey's room. Branch Rickey never forgot that experience. He would tell that story for the remainder of his life. When he told the story, he would tell of the commitment that he made to himself on the train the following day as the team returned to Delaware following the game. As he rode the train, he thought about his teammates' humiliation, and he thought about his reaction to that moment. And he said quietly to himself, somewhere, someday, somehow, he would do something about the injustice and the human indignity represented in that act. More than 40 years later, nearly a decade before the Supreme Court ruled in Brown versus Topeka Board of Education, and nearly 2 decades before Congress acted in the Civil Rights Act, Branch Rickey, against opposition more intense than he faced in the hotel in South Bend, invited the courageous Jackie Robinson to break the color barrier in Major League Baseball. Mr. Rickey saw it as a fulfillment of a pledge that he made at Ohio Wesleyan University. Today, as you begin your tenure at OWU, I wonder what experiences will define your time here. I wonder what ideas you will explore. I wonder what places you will visit. I wonder what boundaries you will cross. I wonder what commitments you will make. And I wonder with all that you bring, including all that you have yet to discover about yourself, And with all that OWU offers, including all that you have to explore here, I wonder how these 4 years will shape your life and how this community, grounded in the values of diversity, scholarship, and service, will lead you to make commitments that may have an impact not unlike that of Branch Rickey. It is an amazing thing to consider. So with the wonder of the unknown that is about to unfold, I welcome you to Ohio Wesleyan University, class of 2014. And with joyful anticipation for all that is ahead, I follow the custom that began 167 years ago as I ring the historic bell announcing the beginning of a new academic year. And I will tell you that this historic bell, which has rung through the years, really no longer rings. It is more of a clanking of the bell. But with all of those who have gone before us, and with all of those who are surely to come after, we ring this bell to launch the new academic year and to welcome the class of 2014.